accordance with Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 38, Section 20, notice is hereby given that those present, that these proceedings are being audio and video recorded, your voice is being recorded, and your picture is being taken. And Happy New Year to you all. Welcome back. First item on the agenda is the open microphone period. As you approach the podium, please give your name and address for the record, and kindly keep your comments to approximately 3 minutes or less. Stephen Hunkler. Stuart Hunkler, I'm sorry.
Stuart Hunkler, 365 Pex Road, Pittsfield, Massachusetts, 01201. This is my first time speaking. I might be a little bit nervous, so bear with me. I want to talk about the debt, or what they're calling the fiscal cliff. It's put a lot of local governments, or state governments and town governments, in a position where you're being told there's no money and you have to shut off services, and we're being told that our children's and our grandchildren and our grandchildren's children are responsible for that debt. But if you look at Gallup polls and scientific polls, there's a lot of money being spent that people don't agree with. If you look at, let's say, these $trillion wars, trillions of dollars, if you look at the polls, 80% of the people are against most of them, but that goes on. Nothing against illegals, I'm not prejudiced, but 75 to 80% of people in scientific polls and Gallup polls are against that, giving welfare to millions of people that come here illegally, and health care. But yet that continues to go on. The news, Fox, CNN, has told people for probably the past, as long as I can remember, the economy's fine, to spend, invest, and to mortgage, and remortgage, and then all of a sudden we're at this huge fiscal cliff, and there's no money, and we have to shut off all the services. So people trusted in what they were told, and they went along with it. And I like the name they give it, the fiscal cliff. It's like we're all 5 years old and they're telling us about the boogeyman. So my point is are we seriously going to put our children's children and grandchildren in debt? And I know you guys don't have a lot of control over this, but you got more clout than I do. And I'm sure you guys know people and get together and network. And I just think that the only logical answer is to wipe it out. To pin the debt on your grandchildren that had nothing to do with this is essentially fraud. And I'd like to say that. And also, I'd like to talk about some quick solutions. I only got 3 minutes here. But, there's a lot of things, I'm going to bring up some taboo subjects like hemp. If one state in this country were to break ranks and forget about the feds and grow hemp, or even holistic healing, things like that, naturopathic healing, that state would be bathing in money. You would be supplying the rest of the country with hemp, you know what I mean? And if you did holistic healing, you would have people coming here from all over the world. There's people that have to leave this country and go to other countries to get holistic healing. And I don't know why we're so afraid of vitamins and minerals in this country. When I was a kid, I was told they were a good thing. And lastly, I'd like to say, because I don't have a lot of time, is that you as politicians get more power. You get more power by not going along with this type of stuff. I mean, the bankers got all the money in the world. They don't need any more money. So you go down in history as, in a time, like we're in now, as heroes for standing up against these things. And if, we created the federal government, they didn't create the states. And really, when it comes down to it, we have to do what's good for us. And if you guys are afraid of the federal, the feds, if you feel your jobs are at risk or your reputation, that's when the people back you up. That's when the sheriff backs you up. The sheriff of the county can kick the feds out. The sheriff is the one, you have the support of the people and the county sheriff. You guys don't have to do every little single thing the feds say. I mean, they get caught lying incessantly. It's like all they do is lie. And, that's pretty much all I have to say, and to wrap it up in 3 minutes. And thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Mr. Hunkler. David Holbert.
Well, that's a hard act to beat there, but good evening, Your Honor.